Chamatkar Sandhu reporting for MMA+, pre-fight with Igor Araujo. How did I do there? Did I pronounce your name okay?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Almost there.
Almost there. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it Araujo?
Araujo.
Araujo.
Yeah.
Araujo. Okay, Igor Araujo.
That's perfect.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, first of all, Igor, you're here. You're in London. It's fight week. How do you feel?
I feel great.
Yeah.
Very happy. I'm just ready to fight. Ready to go there and put a good show for the people. I feel really good.
Okay.
Great.
Well, you got your first win in the UFC already under your belt. Can you just go back to that fight first of all and just explain how much it meant for you to finally fight in the UFC and then to finally win in the UFC as well?
Yeah, that was amazing. I was like, in my head, I had like, okay, I need to go to UFC, and then I got the tough opponent. I was like, oh, it's gonna be a tough fight, but I'm already in UFC, and then I start pushing myself like, no, I need to beat this guy, and then I did it, and it was really good for me. I feel happy, I feel good, and I don't know, it was a dream for me. It's still, I'm living my dream right now, and I just feel great about that win, and I'm always thankful to God because He gave me like good skills to go there and to beat that guy up, and I'm just ready to put a good show on Saturday.
Brilliant. Can you just explain how much your life has changed since you finally fought in the UFC? Do you feel as though people recognize you more? Did friends and family come to support you more for that fight? Are you just finding that there's more for you to do now that you're fighting in the UFC?
Yeah, I'm doing the same things. I'm just training and being with my 3 kids, playing Mario every day, and that's what I do. But for me, I like to be with my family. I don't care a lot about these camera things, about people, if they recognize me or not. For me, I just want to go there, train hard, and win and beat people up. But of course, the things changed a little bit. I got like 5,000 friends in Facebook, so that's already good. A few more followers in Twitter, and things are going good, they're going well. But I'm still beginning. For me, I need to prove to myself that I deserve to be in UFC. So I'm still beginning the things, and in my head, I keep my feet on the ground. I need still to work a lot. I need to work a lot and to fight good and to feel like, okay, and so now I'm a UFC fighter. That's for me is the most important thing.
Okay. Do you feel more comfortable now during this fight week compared to your debut? Because obviously everyone always talks about octagon jitters, making your debut. So do you feel a bit more settled this time?
Yeah, way better, man.
Yeah.
First, I've been in the Ultimate Fighter 16. That was the worst experience that I had in my life. They put me in the hotel room. They closed the door. They took my phone. They say, man, don't open the door. If you do something, we're gonna send you home. And then I was in the bathroom like puking, crying, and shitting blood because I was so nervous, man. I was like, oh man, what can I do here? What am I doing here? So for me, everything now is cool. I mean, just of course in Brazil I had a lot of pressure. First because the government take 30% of our money, so that's really bad. Wow. And the second thing, I was like, okay, so I'm here, and the worst thing that's gonna happen to me is losing, and then I go home the day after. I'm gonna have my kids, and that's it, But I won the fight. Of course, I want to win the fight, but for this fight, I feel really cool, man. I have the people that I love with me. I have like my brother coming all the way from Brazil, my wife. I have like 80 students coming to watch my fight. So man, I feel really good, ready to brawl.
Have you fought overseas before, or is this the first time that you're fighting in London?
Man, I just got my passport number 6.
Wow.
Because full of stamps, and I've been everywhere. I fought in Siberia, China. I fought in Italy, Brazil. Man, everywhere. I hate the airplanes, but I have to take it all the time.
Do you think that puts you at more of an advantage compared to other fighters? I mean, I just spoke to Luis Guardino, who's also fighting in the prelims. This is his very first fight outside of North America. So he's told me that there were some challenges in trying to find the right foods for his weight cut. But of course, you've got all the experience. Does that give you an edge over other fighters?
I've passed through a lot of hard time in my life, so I used to do not have food to eat. So everything I eat now is cool for me. My body, okay, Igor, have food, so let's eat it. I feel good. And I've been once. I fought in Siberia, and they give me like a dog liver to eat. Of course I didn't eat. I throw it away.
Wow.
So did you eat good? I say, oh, very good, because they're Russian. If you say no, maybe they can do something crazy with me. And then for me it's cool, man. I don't know if it's advantage, because once you are in the cage, the doors are locked. It's just you you and the guy, and I don't know, but I feel good, man. They can send me to fight in, I don't know, in Afghanistan. I'll be there fighting good. Not with a gun, but in the octagon it's going to be good.
Well, let's talk about fighting this Saturday night. First of all, let's talk about fighting in the O2 Arena. Obviously, you've never fought there before, but it's the most prestigious combat arena in the UK. There's going to be, I think, something in the region of 16, 17, 18,000 people in the arena. It's sold out. Does that put any added extra pressure that there's going to be a sold-out arena there? And do you maybe even feel like that you might be taking on the villain role, so to speak, because obviously your opponent, Danny Mitchell, he's the British guy, and that's who you're fighting here?
Yeah, man, that's great. First of all, fighting O2 Arena is something really great for me. Fight here in England something huge because the box and things, the history. I love history, and I know that the guys here, they are cool. The crowd here, they are very good. For me, they are one of the best because they respect a lot the fighters. And for me to fight, I like to put some like Igor, you are like in the movie, and I'm a Rocky Balboa fighter in Russia, Rocky 4, but and then I have to go and fight this dude against everybody in front of all his people. For me, I just watched Rocky. I watched the Rocky like 100 times, so 101 now, and I'm Stallone.
So, for any fans in the UK, specifically UFC fans or just MMA fans in general that haven't seen you perform before and maybe watching you for the very first time on Saturday night, what can they expect from you as a fighter?
Even I don't know how to expect about myself, I just go there and let's see what I do, let's see what he gives to me, and then after that, but just I'll give my heart there, my life there. I'm just ready to go there, and I can say die because yes, the guy died fighting, and it is really sad. I was in the internet, and he lost, he had a wife and kid here, and that was really bad. I hope his family get blessed from God, and they keep calm because it's a tough sport, and I know that's really hard. But honestly, I'm ready to go there, and I hope it will not happen and die, man. I'm just ready to go there and fight and never give up. I hope my last fight in UFC, I went to the ref. The ref, he was eating. I went to his table. I said, man, listen, if you are my ref tomorrow, if I take some punch, don't stop my fight. Let me die there because I'm just ready to go till the end, and I can take punch because the guy was stronger than me. And then that's what they can expect from me, like a guy who goes there and fight for my life, fight for my family, fight for. I'm going there and to see what Dan Mitchell brings to me, and I'm going to get this W, and I'm sure that I'm going to fight really hard and tough, and I'm ready to get this W tomorrow, Saturday.
I sense a lot of passion from you, and that's something we've seen quite regularly, especially coming from Brazilian fighters. When the UFC went back to Brazil, there's just been a massive explosion of MMA in Brazil, and there's been so many new fighters coming into the UFC from Brazil and who have shared similar stories of coming from absolutely nothing, not having any food. Can you just talk a little bit about the Brazilian culture and the Brazilian mentality of a fighter compared to maybe some other fighters from other parts of the world, and what makes you unique and different? Yeah,
I'll give you an example, like American guys. When the guys from America, they eat the best food, they get the best training camps, if they want to train, they just need to call somebody, they will send like all gear for them to train. In Brazil, the things are really tough, First of all, you see like guy like Chael Sonnen, he's top fighter, he's like, he got his grade in philosophy or something like that. In Brazil, or you train or you study, or you can do both things. You have to choose. And then the fight life is really tough because you don't make money. Even if you are UFC, if you are not a top fighter, it's gonna be, you have a long way to start making money to live your life as a fighter, UFC fighter, you know what I mean? So for us, when I used to work in a bank, and then the day that I decided to quit my job and just training, I had tough time, and like just training, and sometimes I had to choose, or you eat, or or you pay the bus to go training, you know. And sometimes I passed, I bought a milk and drink a milk, and then I had to walk 1 hour and a half to go and to get in my gym and train, you know what I mean? So, and then, okay, today I'm going to pay a bus because I'm kind of tired. So, and then I paid the bus, and then I got in the gym, like with my stomach empty, you know, and then I had to train. So the things for us is really hard, you know. Of course, not for everybody. Some Brazilian guys, they got good things. But for me, it was really hard. I can talk about myself. It was really hard. I know a lot of people who get in trouble also when they choose a fight life, because it's a really tough way, you know. And UFC is good. They make good things for the fighters. But once you are in the small promotions, they don't help you a lot, you know. They pay you the money that you think that they have to pay you, and that's it, you know. So in Brazil, it's really hard. And everybody, even if the guy is fighting for the first time in his life, he's thinking about making money to support his family, to help his family. And thanks God, with my things, I could pay the university for my brother, you know, and I could help my mama, my sister. And that's the thing for me. The thing for us, we try to always think about our family and friends. And American guys, guys from Europe, they don't need to think about that because their family are already okay. You know what I mean? But for us, for me, I'll talk about myself. It's not nice for me to be driving a good car and then my brother is riding a bike there in Brazil. You know, so I like we like to help each other, and that's it, to share the things that we got. You know what I mean? I talk about myself.
Yeah, absolutely.
But a guy like Vitor Belfort, he got money since the beginning, so he didn't pass this time.
Well, that's clearly your motivation here, isn't it? Because you've made it into the UFC. You don't want to lose this opportunity. So that's obviously clearly your motivation. How do you feel about your opponent, Danny Mitchell? Because he is going through this week what you went through in your last fight. He's making his UFC debut. He has all of the home crowd here in the UK supporting him and cheering him on. Do you think going into this fight, he's got more pressure on him than you do, making your second performance in the UFC?
For sure, he's going to get some pressure. You know, I can tell you how is he feeling now, how he feels now, because I'm not Danny Mitchell, but I'm sure that he's feeling some pressure. But he's a very relaxed guy. I saw that he's cool. He's a good dude. I don't know how he will play with that, but for sure he got more pressure. Me, I'm not feeling any pressure. Okay. I'm just waiting to feel the pressure when I get in the octagon, and that's it. I feel really cool, good, and I don't know about him. I think the pressure will be on him, but I don't know if this thing will like block him or something. I hope it will.
No problem. And finally, just to wrap up very, very quickly, we've been asking all the media, all the fans, all the fighters, what do they think about the main event, Jimmy Manuwa versus Alexander Gustafsson? Can you just break that fight down for us very, very quickly and tell us what your prediction is? Yeah,
I think so. Manuwa is a tough fighter, he's a strong dude, but I get Gustafsson winning by decision, because he got to fight John Jones again, and John Jones will beat him up like in the first round, not like last time. John is my friend,
no worries.
So I want him beat that guy up.
Okay. Well, listen, Igor, it's been a pleasure to interview you. Best of luck with your weight cut, and we look forward to speaking to you post-fight on Saturday night.
Yeah, man, you will.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Thanks.